What happens when a film starts like a family entertainer and slowly slips into something far more twisted? That is Parimala Co. At first glance, it looks like a warm, familiar family drama with a slightly quirky setup. But very quickly, the film reveals its real face. A black comedy thriller that wants to juggle family emotions, crime, suspense, and humor all at once. And that is where the problem begins. Because the film has a decent premise, but not always the writing to support it. The cast is one of the strongest reasons to even stay with this film. Jayaram brings a calm, grounded presence. Urvashi adds weight and lived-in energy. Mysskin, as expected, gives a performance that stands out in a weirdly controlled way. These are actors who know how to hold the screen, even when the material around them is uneven. But performances alone can only do so much. The real issue is the script. The film keeps moving, but not always with purpose. It starts with enough promise to make you curious, then slowly reveals that the writing is far more familiar than fresh. What should have felt clever sometimes feels stretched. What should have felt funny often lands flat, and what should have built tension sometimes just drifts. That's the frustrating part, because you can see what the film is trying to do. You can see the black comedy angle, you can see the thriller setup, you can even see the emotional family layer. But the film doesn't always blend those ingredients into one satisfying meal. Pandiraj's polish does help in places. The film is not completely messy, and it does have moments where the framing, tone, and character interplay keep you watching. But the overall experience is uneven. Some stretches work, some drag, and some feel like they belong to a better version of the same film. And that's why Parimala Co. ends up in an awkward space. It is not a total disaster, but it is also not the smart, sharp, black comedy thriller it wants to be. There are bits of family tension, bits of humor, bits of suspense, and a few performances that keep the film from falling apart completely. But the writing never fully earns the payoff. So instead of building into a strong, memorable ride, it settles into something more average and uneven. If you ask me honestly, this is the kind of film that keeps you interested in parts, but rarely fully satisfies you as a whole. Final verdict, Parimala Co. has a solid cast and an interesting setup, but the weak writing, uneven tone, and inconsistent comedy keep it from becoming the sharp, black comedy thriller it aims to be. It starts like a family story, turns into a thriller, but somewhere in between it forgets to be truly gripping.